welcome back into the State Champs studios. I'm joined now by a very special guest, Brian Chidester, who is the owner of College Bound Jocks. Thanks for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me, Sydney.
We're excited to have you here. And before we get started on talking about our Total Softball Player of the Year race, we want to know a little bit about you and about College Bound Jocks. So will you explain what that is?
Sure. So College Bound Jocks, we started about 10 years ago. We are a recruiting company that I like to say we're a marketing firm for athletes.
Yeah.
So we actually produce skills videos for these athletes and then help market them to the appropriate college coaches. That's the big key in recruiting, is making sure that I always say you're fishing in the right pond. So as long as you got to match the player's talent with the level at the college that we think that they're appropriate for.
Yeah.
And that's when all the magic happens, when you start getting the kids in front of the right college coaches, and that's basically what we do.
Yeah, so I know you've seen a lot of talent come through CBJ. This is going to be a tough question. What is your favorite part about that job and about owning this company?
I think the best part of and why we do it is just that I just get a lot of enjoyment out of helping kids get to that next level. I know most people know my daughter played for the U.S. Olympic team, and I followed her all the way through from the time she was little to now in pro ball, and just seeing all the opportunities that she's been given that are just so amazing, and I just want to have other kids experience, just even if they got half of what she's been able to accomplish, is just a thrill, and it's always good. I mean, kids have a dream to go play at the college level, and to be part of that and helping them, that's what we love to do.
You've seen a lot of talented athletes come through your company, and one of them we're going to talk about today, Aly Vanbrandt. I mean, she is a threat on the diamond, at the plate. What can you say about her?
Yeah, triple threat. The kid, I just love her. We actually helped to produce her skills video last summer, as when I really got to meet her, and she's just a phenomenal player. We actually even use some of her highlights in our own promotional stuff because she's so good. She's actually committed to Indiana University. I got to go out and watch her this past weekend. She was playing a tournament out in Canton. Just phenomenal. Her stats, just to give people an idea, after 28 games, she's batting .712. She's got a .742 on base percentage with 57 hits, 10 doubles, 8 triples, and she's 24 for 24 on stolen bases. She is so fast and so athletic. She's just a lot of fun to watch.
Incredible. And this is her junior season. So last year as a sophomore, she was setting records for Ottawa Lake Whiteford just as a sophomore. Like we said, some of them, just to mention, her batting average. Set a record for that at .642. She had 77 hits on the season, 66 runs scored, and then stolen bases at 40. So she's already more than halfway there.
Halfway there, and it's like she's just exciting. I say about her, she's electric. You know, when I watch her, it's just like, wow, the energy coming off of her is just amazing, and she's just fun to watch. Yeah,
and seeing that she's now committed to Indiana, when she made that commitment, what went into that, and how did you guys impact that?
You know, I thought Indiana took a little too long to make that decision. I was kind of like, what are you waiting for? I mean, she's just so talented. But Indiana's known for speed, so that was one thing that they were really looking at her for. And eventually they just realized that they needed to pull the trigger on her, and everything kind of fell into place. And that was the school she wanted to go to. It was her #1 school, so she's really happy. And I know from watching so many kids that she is going to be an impact player when she gets there.
Right, and some of her strengths on the diamond, she plays shortstop. What do you think are her biggest strengths out there on the field?
Just speed is her thing. She's quick. She's got quick hands. If you watch how her footwork is at shortstop, I mean, whether she plays short at Indiana, she may be at second base, they could put her in the outfield. She's that athletic. It really doesn't matter. But her quickness, she's got such quick hands, and how she does her transitions from turning double plays, anything like that, she's just quick. And that's her game.
Yeah, and seeing that she's only going to get better, just a junior, so she still has another year here too. She's making a splash in the Michigan softball world right now. And we have a ton more players that we're going to talk about on our podcast. Diamond Gems with Donnie Dreyer will be back and join us there. We didn't fire him, don't worry. He's still part of the team.
Yeah, we've got a lot of shout outs to give, so we'll be doing that on the podcast.
Yes, some players who are on the top 10, some are on the top 15 watch list, and some who are trying to creep into it. So we're going to give a ton of shout outs there, so be sure to tune in to our Diamond Gems podcast. And as always, you can vote for the top 10 at statechampsw.com. I'll repeat that again because it's very important. statechampsw.com is where you can go and make your votes for the top 10. But next week is when it starts to get wild. We are going to make some changes into the top 10, and it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, so be sure you're checking out the podcast and next week's episode, because we'll be showing those new changes.
Yes, thank you so much, Brian, for joining us for this week. And of course, Donnie will be back next week, but we really enjoyed having you on the show.
Well, thanks for having me. I enjoyed being here.